It's quite remarkable how the dear Lord Jesus leads us on in our lives. And after some 10 years of working in this ministry, we suddenly began to realise we were taking property off the open market and not replacing it. And so we began to think about building property. And one of our friends saw a site in Greenwich and he said, I think we could go for it. It was for £300,000, but unfortunately, we weren't able to raise the money. But it turned out that the man in the council, because the council owned the property, was a Christian, and he really felt we ought to have it, and it was going to go to auction. And so he said, if you can raise the money and put the offer in, we would love to give you the property. And we thought, well, there's no way of doing this. And then 24 hours prior to the property going to auction, a friend phoned us up and said, I've been thinking about this piece of land you'd like to buy, and I've decided to lend you the £300,000 to buy it. And so we were able to go in that afternoon, sign the documents and the agreements and buy the piece of land for £300,000. And of course we felt, well, Lord, you must be in this because this man has loaned us the money. Then we went to National Westminster Bank and we said we need to borrow the money because we're going to build this property. And a builder came along called Phelan's, and Phelan's said, yes, I'd love to build it for you. And so we built the first stage, and we went to the bank and said, can we have some money? And they said, we're not quite ready for you yet. And so we managed to cobble together the first payment, and then we were ready for the second payment. And we went along and we said to the bank, can you lend us the money now? And they said, we're sorry, we're not quite ready for you yet. And so we went along on the third payment and we said, are you ready for it yet? And they said, we're really sorry, but we haven't got the money to lend you. And so we hadn't got the money to pay the third payment. And we thought, well, Lord, what do we do? Well, we need to be honest. And so we went to the owner, Mr. Phelan, and we said, we're really, really sorry, but we're going to have to stop building because we can't pay you. He said, don't worry about it. Pay me when you can. And so we completed the building, and now we have 6 wonderful flats in Greenwich that we use to house the homeless. God's so good. Well, we did eventually pay him off. It took us another 6 months, but we got there. When God's on your side, everything works perfectly.